Okay, so I thought it would be good to just sort of start with a review of how to deal with integers with positive and negative numbers. So that's why I had you watch those videos. So I'm going to add that to my book here, integers, and I'm going to say positive and negative numbers. So for me, this is going to be pages 4 and 5, and I'm going to come back here because I'm going to add some more kind of in a little while. So pages 4 and 5. So on page 4, this is our left-hand side. I'm going to write at the top integers again. Can you see that? Okay. It's really sunny in this one spot this morning. Positive and negative numbers. Does that show on the screen? I think so. And so again, we want to do like we did over here. So I'll tell you that the goal is to review integers and make some notes. Kind of specifically for yourself, not for anybody else, but it's kind of one of those things that it's pretty individualized as far as kind of how you understand how it goes. So then I'm also going to take some COVID notes. Because again, this is a weird time and it's probably going to be good to sort of reflect on how you are feeling. Today, I am really tired, so I'm going to write that. But you're going to write however it is that you're feeling. You're not going to copy me. Today, I'm really tired. It has been a busy week, busy first week of school, and now we're on to our second week. Now I'm going to take some notes again about my reaction to the goal. How do you feel about integers? Especially now that we've watched that video. And then again, you want to give yourself a confidence score between 1 and 10, 1 being not confident yet, and 10 being I got this. So take some notes about that, about yourself and how you're feeling and how you feel about integers. Once you're done with that, we're going to come over to page 5. And I'm just going to take some notes to myself. Your notes might look a little bit different because maybe you make sense of this differently than I do. But for multiply and divide, I love this because it is so hard and fast. It's this way all the time. It's not ever going to change. A positive number times a positive number is always going to be a positive. And then a negative times a negative will always be a positive. And then same with division. A positive divided by a positive will be positive. A negative divided by a negative will be positive. If I have a positive times a negative, though, my answer is going to be negative. If I have a negative times a positive, it'll be negative. And this really means the same thing, right? They're just flipped. If I have a positive divided by a negative number, it's going to be negative. If I have a negative divided by a positive number, it will too be negative. So I like to think of this as if your signs are the same, it equals positive. Signs the same, it equals positive. And this is, are your signs different? That means that it's going to be negative. So again, this is for multiply and divide. Adding and subtracting, though, this is the part that when I say everybody kind of does it a little bit differently, that's A-okay. In the video, we talked about the number line and kind of grouping things. But basically, if I am, and let me grab my notes here from the video so that I be sure to tell you guys this right. Where did I put it? So if I have numbers with the same sign, so say I have a negative number and I'm adding it to another negative number, my answer is going to stay negative. And so here's an example of that. You might see parentheses around it. That just shows that this negative sign stays with that 5. If I have -4 plus a -5, it means I'm starting at -4 on the number line, and then even though I'm adding it, I'm still moving in a negative direction 5 more. Really what it means though is I'm going to combine these and keep the sign. So I know that 4 plus 5 equals 9, and then I'm going to keep the sign. Here's another example. If I have a positive plus a positive, that's going to stay positive. So I have 8 plus 5. That's positive, that's positive. I'm just going to combine them together like I did here and keep the sign. I'm going to put a little positive sign there. You don't always have to do that. I'm just doing that for an example. 8 plus 5, 13. So my answer will stay negative if I have 2 negatives. It'll stay positive if I have 2 positives. If I have different signs though, this is the part that I think is sometimes always confusing. What I'm really going to do, if they have different signs, I'm going to find the difference between them. I'm going to find the difference between them and keep the sign of the bigger number. So, here's an example. 3 plus a -11. They have different signs, right? This one's positive and this one's negative. So I'm going to find the difference between them. What's 11 minus 3? Well, that's 8. And I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number in my problem. So which number is bigger, 3 or 11? 11 is bigger. So I'm going to keep the negative there. How about this? -4 plus, oh, I said that wrong. -5 plus 4 plus a +4. So again, they have different signs. This one's negative. This is positive. I'm going to find the difference between them. 5 minus 4 is 1. And then the bigger number, my answer keeps that sign. So 5 is bigger than 4. It'll be -1. What about 9 plus a -7? They have different signs. This one's positive, this one's negative. I'm going to find the difference between them. 9 minus 7 is 2. And I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number. So the 9 is bigger. My answer is going to stay positive then. So now I've got some notes to myself on that in case I need to come back and look at it. This is one of those things that we just work with a lot. I'll be back for more in a second.